What's a really cheap item you can buy that can make you look incredibly rich? Story 1. Real and free answer? How you speak, edit, and what you say. I'm in no way suggesting you should change your accent. Accents are wonderful. Cheap answer? A jacket that isn't a hoodie, waterproof or patterned. Edit. A lot of people have expressed that there's nothing wrong with a hooded or waterproof jacket. Y'all are absolutely right. However, and this is my personal opinion, to give yourself a classier, wealthier look, buy a jacket that looks more formal, like a pea coat, smart casual, overcoat, Crombie coat. Longer, less cheap answer. Dressing correctly can do wonders, e.g., keeping the small details of your outfit the same. Edit. Of course, this rule can be broken, but if you want to match details, it works on the mind and subtly gives the perception that a person is wealthier than they may be. Same texture plus color for your shoes, belt, bag equals style outfit. Brown leather shoes plus brown leather belt plus brown leather bag equals a styled outfit. Matching jewelry. Keep your golds and your silvers separate. Edit. Nothing wrong with wearing them together, but it ties an outfit together if they're the same metal. Call me old-fashioned, but it's a classic look. Neutral colored outfits, too. Bright colors can be garish if not styled correctly. Fitted jeans. Wearing jeans that don't fall down your butt cheeks. Equally, wearing skinny jeans that make you look like it's hard to move. There are loads of videos on YouTube about how to style yourself to look classier, and it can be done cheaply. And a nice way to start the video out. Some great simple stuff. Just paying attention to how you dress. For guys, that can be a challenge. We're used to just throwing on whatever we find, or whatever we find that's clean if we are feeling really classy. But just that extra effort to match a few things can really make all the difference. Story 2. Cufflinks. You'll need the correct shirt, of course. I wear cufflinks, and it's not really my fault. I was given a pair when I was a groomsman in a friend's wedding, so I bought a French cuff shirt so I could use them. Family saw me wearing the shirt and decided I must like cufflinks, so started buying them for me as gifts. I now had a collection of cufflinks, so when I got new shirts, I bought them with French cuffs. Now that's all I own and wear for dress shirts. I don't really even like cufflinks. Unless they're getting in your way, putting up with something you don't like can really still make a difference. I've never worn cufflinks like that before. I'm not sure how they feel. Do they get in the way of what you do during the day? I guess it's something that people notice, like your watch. And maybe it needs to help that the cufflinks match the watch in some way, or complement it. Story 3. A cheap suit that you then get tailored. It's always better to buy a cheap suit that you get tailored to fit well than an expensive suit that fits like garbage. While we're at it, the order of buttoning or not buttoning your suit jacket. If the suit had 3 buttons, the order from top to bottom is sometimes, always, never. If the jacket has 2 buttons, the top button is the only one you should button. Don't ask me why the bottom button's there. I just work here. That's kinda weird. My theory is that there's something there that you paid to put in, that bottom button, but you never use it. So it's a symbol of excess or something? That's about the only thing I can come up with. Somehow, having that extra button can give you a more laid-back look. I can sort of understand why having both things buttoned up really does not look good. It's weird that that's the way it works. Story 4. Cake forks. Although only useful if you can get someone round your house and subtly place one in front of them. Obviously, you can't drop them into casual conversation because what person that actually owns cake forks would think about owning cake forks other than to use them? You can never admit to polishing them yourself, unless you want to put on that you're just a little hard on luck at the moment and get some sympathy. Story 5. A decanter. Edit. Some people mention the dangers of storing fluids in leaded crystal decanters. Since this got so much upvotes, feel obligated to point this out. Only use leaded crystal decanters to decant for a short time. Do not keep anything in it for a long time, like you probably would do with liquor. Not all decanters are crystal. Not all crystals are leaded. Lead poisoning is real. Take care. Story 6. A small table in your living room with a pitcher of water and 2 glasses. Just slice some lemons and cucumbers and put them in the water pitcher. I keep mine in the fridge so it's cold. When people come over, they're always super impressed to have water with cucumbers and lemons in it. Plus, it tastes good, is refreshing, and a better, healthier alternative to other drinks you could offer. I used to work at a big company that had a free employee kitchen, and they had 3 different types of waters. One with cucumber slices in it, one with lemon slices in it, and one with orange slices in it. It was definitely a more refreshing thing to have, besides soda and coffee, which they also had, of course. But yeah, it definitely gave that whole kitchen a touch of class. Story 7. Apparently, 3-ply toilet paper. One of my friends was at our house last year, and after a bathroom trip, she told another friend, "Ooh, they've got money. They've got the good stuff." I think we would all be surprised to realize how many people silently judge others based on the TP they buy. Edit. I love y'all's replies. Never had a comment get this many upvotes. Y'all are swell. Story 8. I'm late to the party. Spend money on getting your clothes tailored. I'm a money manager. The old school wealth doesn't wear anything that stands out. However, their clothes always have a perfect fit. The flashy guy that comes in with a big watch driving the sports car usually has a ton of debt. Money talks. Wealth whispers. Story 9. On the App Store, there's an app called I Am Rich. It costs $1,000, and all it does is say that you're rich when you open it. Once in a while, it goes free for 24 hours. Snag that baby up, and you too can have your friends look at you like you're certifiably insane when you show them the app. Yes, it's insane to spend $1,000 on an app that just says I am rich. It almost makes me want to learn to code just to put an app out like that. That's so simple. I wonder how much the person that made the app made. I think when that thing says I am rich, that I is talking about the developer. If he's made a lot of money off of it, that's his declaration. Just all these rich people buying some sort of signifier. Just goes against the opposite of the last story that says money talks and wealth whispers. Story 10. Not an item exactly, but good posture, manners, and proper etiquette is generally free to learn and practice and makes you look much more affluent. You see it at weddings big time. Everyone is in a suit eating a fancy meal, but it's clear who's comfortable doing so and who's out of their element. Story 11. It's not an item, and it only costs your time, and that is being clean. Having a clean car inside and out, clean apartment/house, and make sure everything smells clean. Basically, taking care of yourself shows others you value yourself, and that will make them more inclined to believe you have value as well. Story 12. High-end water. Don't even have to drink it. Just leave it in your fridge forever. Holy hell, this baller has 6 sealed bottles each of Voss and Perrier? Edit. My top comment of all time is now about water. Y'all are strange. And thanks for the silver. That's an interesting tip. I was going to call him crazy for saying buy the expensive water, but then he got to the part of just don't drink it, just put it in the fridge. Don't even talk about it. Let people discover it. That's pretty good. Again, let it speak for you. Don't flaunt it. Story 13. Lab-created diamonds. They say it can even fool professional diamond dealers. It isn't as cheap as what others posted, but it can still save a lot of money. Story 14. I bought a metal razor and a box of 500 blades. It's golden color, cuts nicely. I have a round stick of soap to lather with, and feels like a millionaire when I use it. It was less than 20 pounds. Story 15. Under cabinet lighting. I have rechargeable LED strips that I bought for $30 on Amazon, held up by magnets. They light up the backsplash counter below and scream, "I had this custom lighting done by an electrician." My mom actually has some of these at her house. It's great for late at night when you want to get some tea or some water or something and don't want to turn on the lights. It looks pretty cool. It's really functional too. This is a good suggestion. I think it just sets a mood. Story 16. A credit card that's black in color. It doesn't have to be a black card, just black. Or a credit card made out of metal. My Amazon one is metal, and people always comment on it and how luxe it feels. Joke's on you, it's maxed out at 5K. Story 17. I guess a Publix sub. Went in there just now for lunch, got the Boar's Head Ultimate. Lady was like, "You know, the Publix Ultimate is on sale right now, right?" Yep, I know. I just don't like the meat used in there. I want my boar's head. Lady laughs and goes, "Oh, you bougie," and makes me my sandwich. Feel super rich eating my $8 sub. Story 18. My girlfriend once found these old HP computer logo sweaters, one for a male and one for female. She picked them up at a thrift store for like $2. On the inside of each, there was a price tag for an insane amount of money, 5 to 10K USD per sweater. Not sure of their material, but they are legit the softest piece of clothing I own now. Story 19. Trash bags for your bathroom trash can instead of grocery bags. I use Target bags instead of Walmart bags. That way it's classy. Story 20. I assume anyone with a really weird pet is hiding an immense amount of wealth, even if they're super bummy. Story 21. We send all of our correspondence out with a big ol' wax seal on it. Looks like we're old money when we send out our Christmas cards. Story 22. A pineapple. You just also have to buy a time machine that would get you a few centuries back in time and you'll be all set. Rich people used to rent pineapples that would be put on display at parties. Story 23. Jewelry skillfully made with imitation gems. Not even imitation gems. Synthetic sapphires/rubies are cheap, and the only way to tell they're synth is careful examination under UV light because they are too flawless. Story 24. You can buy bootleg iron-on Lacoste alligator logos and affix them to any nondescript polo. Boom! Now you're wearing a shirt that looks like it's worth $60. Or iron them on random things. Alligator drapes. Alligator toilet paper. Story 25. I have a family member who always asks for empties of fancy bottles of alcohol and then just refills them with the cheap stuff. You'd be impressed if you look at his bar, but it's all a sham. Story 26. One of those long cigarette holders. I got one of those for my friend as a gag for his birthday. Funny as hell to see him pull out his Cruella de Vil stick on lunch break. We work in construction. Story 27. My colleague has these golden earrings with zirconia drops. I thought she either stole them from a grandma or her boyfriend must have given them to her, but she told me those were actually really cheap from a drugstore. Story 28. Buy a random person a coffee. Open a door for someone. Smile. Be generous. Spend more time with family and friends. That's when you'll know how rich you really are. Story 29. An Arab headdress, keffiyeh, and white smock. You don't even need shoes, just sandals. Wander around London department stores and be treated like a king. Story 30. A face tattoo. You look like a dummy, but it shows everyone you have enough money that you don't need to work. Story 31. Grey Poupon. I can't be stopped in traffic and rolling my window down all day. I've got rich person things to do. Story 32. WinRAR. Impress all your friends and coworkers when they unzip files on your computer with a version that isn't free. Story 33. Being underdressed. CEOs wear suits. Actual insanely rich people wear whatever the hell they want. Story 34. Moisturizer. Even a cheap one will be good enough. Majority of rich people have good skin. Story 35. A key for an expensive car. Then cover a pile of boxes with a tarp and stand next to it in your Porsche gear. Story 36. A bowl of lemons. But then you gotta constantly be vigilant of those lemon-stealing party girls. Story 37. A butter cookie tin that has the actual cookies and not sewing materials. Story 38. A newspaper, namely the Wall Street Journal. Just keep it under your arm and go about your day. Story 39. A fountain pen. Edit. Thanks for the silver. Story 40. That gray t-shirt billionaires always be freaking wearing. Story 41. One of those big sparkly $ necklaces. Story 42. When you get the guac at Chipotle. Story 43. Laugh in 3 bursts. Story 44. The way you speak. Story 45. A good haircut/hairstyle. Story 46. A Harvard sweatshirt. Story 47. A monocle. Please leave your story in the comments. I would love to make a video on them in the future. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.